A new week 8 maybe. I've just come over to Lift Halt, concentrated on Rita Wudu for a few weeks, so I thought, why not, let's come back this way, especially as the rain has continued to fall. But today, well, I'm not going to say it's not going to rain because it's suddenly looking a bit more stormy. I thought I'd come take a look over here, maybe get some nice sunny shots, but I'm not sure how much of that's going to happen. Anyway, I've drifted off the main path and just sort of walked off essentially on what looks like a little animal path or something that's just led off in the direction of the verge, which is just, you can kind of see where the trees thin out behind me. So you've got main path just over there, verge just over there. We're in that central bit, just following the little paths where it goes and finding mossy areas like this. I don't know how well you can see that, but a little break in the brambles where you can get through onto this moss here. I'm just going to have a wander around. I don't know how much of this is going to make it onto the video because it may suddenly burst out raining in a minute, in which case maybe we'll just use this as the intro and the video will be about a whole other thing that we end up doing on a different day. You can probably hear the trees are very noisy. Wind picking up. I did not wear the right jacket for rain, so we'll see. I made a beeline for the pine trees because we were pretty close to them, and I figure they at least do provide a little bit more shelter. It's slightly drier under here, but I'm definitely still getting wet. I think this is just supposed to be a passing shower, but how long it will last, I don't know. I mean, it's very nice out here. I just wish I had some kind of wet weather gear. But it's nice under here. It's funny how walking a little off the path makes it feel like you're in a whole different area, even though I can literally see the line of the path over there and the line of the path over there, both of which we take. Being in the middle, it's like a whole new adventure, which is quite enjoyable. Well, it was always my intention to dive off the paths at some point, but yeah, very, very nice in here. Getting as close to these trees as I can to take shelter. There's not a lot of overhead shelter, but at least the trunk provides a little bit if you can work out which way the wind's coming from. So yeah, we will hide under here for a few minutes and see how it goes. So we abandoned yesterday as anticipated, and of course by the time I got back home the rain had stopped, so that's just how it goes. And now I've come out today because it looked sunny again and it's clouding back over again, so it's just the time of year, I guess, or just being here in general. But it's all good. We have come temporarily at least to Rita Wudu. Gonna see what we can find in the undergrowth. Trees still looking rather sparse for now. They seem to fill in a bit lighter than the ground cover. So yeah, let's go take a look and see what we can see. So we have a new exciting addition to our flowers. I think this might be number 2 that I've seen within the woods, and it is the lesser celandine. Celandine feels right, which I guess is a member of the buttercup family. It's the first one I've seen. I don't see any more around to see at least that are in flower. But it's got these very distinctive sort of glossy heart leaves, and that flower is very distinctive, isn't it? So nice bit of colour. We'll keep hunting for others, but quite exciting to just find this on the path. I guess they are very much one of the early spring flowers, so hopefully we'll start seeing more and more of them popping up. So we found our next flower of the year, and weirdly it's the only one I can see, and I don't think it's going to blow anybody's mind, but this is the humble, or not so humble, dandelion, growing just in front of a primrose, which it's actually obstructing, so that helps with the confusion. And I guess leaf wise, looking at these leaves here, sort of jagged leaves. So that puts us up to, I don't know, 3 or 4 flowers we've come across now. I think that's going to start rising rapidly though. I'm out on the verge, and you can probably hear the birds are absolutely singing their hearts out. They apparently are ready for spring. Okay, I'll get closer if I can, but just maybe see if you can spot it. First butterfly of the year in February. I mean, maybe that's normal. It's only just stopped being cold. Okay, here we go. Just there. Red Admiral. I wasn't expecting to see butterflies, but it feels like as soon as the sun comes out and it just warms up a tiny bit, out they pop. So that's rather ridiculous. I guess you have to hope that then it doesn't cool down again. You know, back to freezing. I don't know if it will now or not. We shall see. It's sort of exciting to see them though. Get a lot of butterflies in here, so I'm sure we'll be having butterfly hunts at some point, along with the hopeful bird hunts and other insect hunts, maybe even animal hunts, not literal hunts. But yeah, nice to see one, at least to get our first of the year. Well, here we are, back at the usual point. Just enjoying this bit of sun. Ooh, buzzards flying through behind. Oh, I wish I had multiple cameras. Just flew right into the woods, realised I was here, I think, and flew off. Anyway, you just have to imagine that. But I've made it to the end here. It's very bright and sunny, which, as much as I love rain, I have to admit, especially for recording and wandering around, it's quite nice, I will be honest. But that is it for another week, I believe. Unless anything extremely exciting happens in the next couple of days, we'll probably sign off here and that'll be this one. I feel like I say this every week, but really I'm hoping to do a little bit of birds. So maybe next week it looks like it could be, there's some rain. A bit more blustery today, you can probably tell. It's supposed to be some rain next week, but also some sun, so I'm thinking we give it a try, but that's all subject to change depending on what the weather does, of course, and if the birds come out. Anyway, we'll see you then. Bye bye for now.